Welcome to today's financial news update from quantbyte.io. The US dollar index fell by 0.28%. The dollar declined in value following comments from Boston Fed President Susan Collins, who suggested a potential interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve, reinforcing expectations of a reduction at its upcoming meeting. Cocoa prices declined significantly on Wednesday, with December ICE New York cocoa closing down 1.53% and London cocoa settling down 2.73%. Despite a sharp drop, prices remained above Monday's lows due to ongoing concerns over weak global cocoa demand. Arabica coffee prices declined by 1.19%, closing down -4.75 cents, while Robusta coffee rose by 1.23% to plus 55 cents. The Arabica price retreat came after reaching a 4-week high due to updated weather forecasts indicating rain later in the week. Soybean futures have rebounded after a stronger-than-expected NOPA number. Prices are up by 3 to 4 cents, with the national average cash bean price increasing to $9.35 3/4. Soy meal futures also rose by $1.80 to $1.90. The wheat market remains stable, with minimal changes observed in prices by midday. Soft red wheat and HRW futures are holding steady or slightly lower, while MPLS spring wheat is down by $0.01 to $0.02 per bushel. Sugar prices are declining, with March New York World Sugar falling by 1.45% and December London ICE white sugar dropping by 2.48%. Despite this decline, prices remain above their lows reached on Tuesday. Cocoa prices are declining due to concerns about weak global demand. The December ICE New York and London cocoa futures have dropped by 1.44% and 2.33%, respectively. Prices remain above the lows reached earlier in the period but continue to be pressured by market uncertainty. Crude oil prices are down, driven by concerns of a global supply glut. The International Energy Agency, IEA, has forecasted a record global oil surplus. In contrast, gasoline prices have risen modestly. The US dollar index, DXY00, declined by 0.17% today. The decline follows comments from Boston Fed President Susan Collins, who hinted at a potential interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve at their upcoming October meeting. This stance reinforces market expectations of a rate decrease. U.S. stock markets post moderate gains, with the S&P 500 rising 0.73%, the Dow Jones Industrials gaining 0.64%, and the Nasdaq 100 climbing 0.81%. Cotton futures are experiencing a rally, rising by 53 to 64 points midday. Meanwhile, the US dollar index has declined to $98.495, a decrease of $0.315. Crude oil prices have also fallen, down by $0.19 per barrel. In the cotton market, the Seams online auction on Tuesday sold only 45 bales at an average price of 47.24 cents per pound. Coffee prices fluctuated on Tuesday, with December Arabica coffee falling 1.23% to -$4.90, while November Robusta coffee rose plus 0.45%. The Arabica price retreated from a 4-week high after an early gain, but the overall trend remains mixed. U.S. stock markets have made gains, with the S&P 500 rising by 1.01%, the Dow Jones Industrials increasing by 0.64%, and the Nasdaq 100 up 1.4%. Futures contracts for the S&P 500 and Nasdaq also show significant increases. Crude oil prices declined by 0.73% due to concerns about a global supply surplus, while gasoline prices increased slightly, settling mixed overall. A record surplus was forecasted by the International Energy Agency, IEA. Amazon is planning a new round of corporate layoffs, with the company's PXT division facing significant job cuts. The PXT division handles recruitment, HR technology, and core human resources functions. Stay informed with quantbyte.io for the latest financial news.